Welcome to this walkthrough of AttackIQ Watchtower, our hyperlocal threat intel analyzer. I'm going to walk you through how this product works and how we can support providing recommendations on what you should be testing today. That's exactly what the genesis of this product was to help answer that question we've been getting since day one of AttackIQ, which is what I should be focused on today. And we're planning on doing that with this hyperlocalized threat intel that I'm going to walk you through today. To start, you're going to provide us with cider blocks that we're going to monitor. With that context in hand, we can monitor one of our threat intel feeds, which focuses around BGP flows and net flows within the internet, in order to provide you context on whether we see any communication with known infrastructure. As you can see here, we have a number of internal addresses, which are actually connected back to these external addresses. These external addresses are known to host infrastructure for malware like Andromeda and Bumblebee, as you can see there. And we're mapping it back to our internal addresses that we've observed either communicating on a one-way sync or a two-way sync with some of this infrastructure. What we can provide you here is examples where we can see, for example, a download of the sample. Hence, we're recommending download of a sample, as you can see here. If we see C2 requests, we could also recreate that and again recommend the appropriate content. And finally, we see two-way sync, meaning that an active campaign is likely occurring. We'll actually recommend an entire attack graph campaign to recreate exactly what the threat actors are doing in that specific campaign, so we can proactively test against those threats. Now, beyond this one piece of context, again, those BGP and net flows out on the internet, we have 18 other sources that we're aggregating. And through that context and aggregation, we're able to summarize for you specifically what threat actors are targeting you, what assets are currently compromised, and then we'll even give you very detailed understanding of where this host lives and where we're actually communicating to, along with the protocol and port that is being used for this communication. All the details that you need to investigate this within your environment. Beyond this, we'll do a quick summarization of key findings, along with some takeaways that you should focus on based on what we've just observed. And then we'll take it a step further, and actually, as we see active campaigns like we did with Andromeda as an example, we'll actually recommend an entire suite of tests that you should be running, whether it's full-on campaigns, or as you can see, specific individual actions based on what we've observed here, as you can see in these two assets. As you can see, we see that the threat is associated with group 72. That'll be important here in a moment, because what we also do is we'll proactively develop some testing that you should be running. And what we call this is inferred assessments. As you can see here, we're recommending this US CERT alert, essentially an assessment focused around group 72 to ensure that you're having coverage against what this threat actor is doing beyond the activity that we observed as part of the net flows that we discussed earlier. And of course, with all this, we can go ahead and run any of the assessments that I've shown you as part of this. So that's AttackIQ Watchtower, a way for us to proactively monitor your environment, proactively provide recommendations based on your industry, all based on some threat intel feeds that we provide. And then shortly, we'll allow you to bring your own as well. Follow the link below to learn more.